Back. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Let's go. Green
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to the ground with Elliott, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Johnson. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Watching that, Barney. Detroit.
Allen will try again on second down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now let's go. Green.
On second down, Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Person. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Over! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot, Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. First down, Allen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue landed.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Green 39.
On third and long, it's Allen. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hurry up, here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up first and 10 at the 16.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Duke Johnson punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3-19!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
A give to Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, here we go.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch. And now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now. Allen dumping it off for Johnson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Allen again. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Allen off the play fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Over the middle, complete. That's Weber. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Person. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On play action, Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Perry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Leopard. Leopard.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. second down. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Ross on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He's going to go deep for Conley. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Rosen will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
15 seconds, all that remains for this 1st half as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway. In the second half. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watching that, Barney!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Josh Rosen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Now let's go. 3-19.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Everyone come forward. 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And an alley to run. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
On defense, coaches always preach running to the football, getting there as fast as possible. On that play, the offense used their speed against them, ran the reverse, and hit them hard in the other direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Now let's go.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, Allen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll get this to the line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And able to find Kirk complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now a handoff looking right. Skirts by him at the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Operating from the red zone now. Allen dumping it off for Johnson. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fights off the defender. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and goal from the 1.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll go with a keeper. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Now Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Weaver. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Watching now, Barney!
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 48 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, 90!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Person. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Dallas, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll...
feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs, religious wars. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over my hands down. Here lies I'm getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have a thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green. I'm a player on the late night tips. See the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my hands down. Here lies I'm getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like they're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Renegade, renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See fine break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can